Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United.
Remember the comment he made?
I got some varsity.
Run Ryan.
And everything. You have players out there.
I think the fellas will take it more serious.
What grade?
That one at the goal.
Yes, because at the end of the day, right now, Manchester United are
Welcome, my brothers. And welcome
I feel
to
good. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I know that I would. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
So me on the side.
Let me fix myself. Let me fix myself.
So me on the sideways.
yeah, fix yourself. All right. But until Simeon jump back in.
Man like lion.
Boy, you happy? You look happy tonight, huh?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
It's a while since Chef come on the pod and looking so elated now, boy, you know?
What's that?
And with good reason too, you know?
Yesterday I take a shower.
Uh,
I go on my draw. Because when we play City, I put on this jersey, yeah? I go on my draw, I say, nah, I ain't playing it on. I say I play it on when we play Arsenal. What? I don't know, it's like a kind of good luck thing. I'm proud of that.
Nah, you know where that for the rest of the season, bro.
What?
But let me get into it, guys. You know, because
One
last week, right? I had Arsenal men calling and thanking me for us beating City. You know? And now, well, it's not City fans, right? You know, so nobody didn't call nobody to message and thank nobody, right?
Mm.
But you know, what I could say for sure is that it was never about doing anything for anybody or doing any favors. You understand? I'm saying it was always about us.
Of course.
And in 2 games, you know, where I think I was willing to give Carrick a free hit, we get maximum points all year.
Wow.
We beat first and second place all year, and convincing at that.
Was
Right?
it a and grab?
Yeah. Right? I was going to start to judge Carrick tenure from next week when we was playing Fulham.
Yeah.
Right? But we here today, sitting in 4th place. We in top 4 all year after 23 games.
Mm.
Right? Now, I mean to you know, be on the pass, but I just had to mention it now because Amorim managed to win back-to-back games once all year. That man managed to win back-to-back games as Manchester United manager. Carrick, here in 2 weeks, and the man beat City and Arsenal back-to-back. Every single game that goes by earlier, Amorim does look more foolish and more stubborn. You know, and bit by bit, all of them people who still defending the sacking, you know, still defending Amorim and why we are sacking and why, they're slowly coming to the realization. At least that's what I think. You know?
Carrick
But-
unbeaten, huh?
Where's that?
Carrick unbeaten.
Yeah, right now, Carrick unbeaten even with his tenure before.
Yeah, he unbeaten.
Yeah. But anyway, how we feeling, fellas? Lion, how we feeling?
You know, much times I watch over that replay. I'm in the game itself, but the highlights, you know how much times I watch over that? Watch that. I balled so much today. That goal. And I ball so my daughter get up here. What happened? They get frightened. They're like, what? Today was a good day, but I'm real happy to shut them up, especially that talk about the 2008 side and this Arsenal side could beat that. Well, they can't even beat we at this present terrible United side. Well, they can't even beat this side. All they get flukes in the first game and all they score our deflection and a stumble goal.
Yeah, a real scramble set piece.
Scramble by them then trouble we in a one shot Saka get And Laments had to see. Well, it had a header too, but other
Yeah,
than that,
it had the header from Zubamendi early in the game.
other than that, Arsenal, I've been watching Arsenal football and Arsenal not playing no set of football. They didn't play no football to say we deserve to be champions. Right? They're very strong, yes. The structure strong, but other than that, once you get a team to run at them and that's it for them. So I'm real happy. I'm real happy with the result today.
Yeah, telling you. And I remember when you're sending me one of them voice notes, I hear you don't tell you back saying, Daddy, you finished?
Yeah.
Simeon, what are you saying, buddy? What going? How we feeling?
No. I mean, we try to, keep we foot on the ground. We try not to get carried away. But from what you watch the game, and I critique the little thing. They struggle coming out the gate. But all in all, that you play on the top side of the road. You expect those things. The little struggle at the beginning. Arsenal pressure was kind of getting to them in the beginning, and I was very critical in the beginning. I really didn't think this team, was gonna put together two strong performances. I really didn't think, it was gonna be like that. But as the game went by, you start seeing the team instead of getting worse, the team got better as the game went by, and that was very positive. And that Dogu. I mean, yeah, we equalized with Mbeumo, but that was a Arsenal, a little mishap they had. Even though we played better, it was a mishap they had. But that Dogu goal, that Dogu goal. I mean, that I feel like that goal wakes something up. That goal wakes something up in the team. Arsenal fans start to have questions. And I sit down in my chair. I ain't get a circle. I sit in my chair, stunned with that dog goal. Stunned. I couldn't believe I couldn't react. I was just like, and then to have, in the end, Cunha come back and forward up. But, with that goal, I mean, but I think, for the first time in a long time, and I always, I try to get carried away, but something in the air, Karim, something, for the first time, I watch a game, and I think a team like Arsenal, you could sense a fear of Manchester United. And it's something I haven't seen in a while. I think teams, you see it a little bit with City at the end of the game, when we start to play around them and stuff, but you start to see a kind of, that presence of that fear of, oh gosh, that for us playing football again. And that's something that I didn't see from other teams being fearful of Manchester United. I didn't see it in a while. I didn't see that kind of, hesitancy, like, oh gosh, that for us might be back, and, it ain't everything, but it's a lot in this game of football to have that kind of fear for, Carrick ball, as they call it. I mean, I didn't see that kind of vibe, that kind of thing in the air in a while.
Yeah. Chef, how we feeling, buddy? What we saying?
I try not to be act long. Let me stay serious. But me and Lionel tell you though, Manchester United give me the feeling of the greatest sex ever, Jesus Christ. Listen. Oh God, you still the boss, but God, relax, thank you. Right. Yes. But Dan, that was a performance. Big to big, serious though. You see what Simeon and Lion just said? In a nutshell though. Because we play football. We know they will come at us. So we start off a little cagey. We ride out the first 15 minutes or so.
And then big up to the greatest buy, in my opinion, in years, Lamens, because that Zubamendi header against Onana would have been good. Onana would have find some way to fumble that into the goal. Then, and was the man just so calm? Everything to the man was the man calm, dog, and we need that presence. You need that assurance in the back there, was especially when a team like Arsenal coming at you, dog. So, but I want to start by saying that as real, we just always say, we just give flowers and we just give Jack the jacket. But you see Luke Shaw now, I had to give Luke Shaw, he pips today. Luke Shaw walked today though. He walk. It ain't easy marking Saka though. But then, it wasn't just leaving men one-on-one to get beat. It was always a next man coming to cover. And these are the things we keep saying. The least, we might not have the best set of talent in the league, but the least we want is pride. The least we want is effort. The least we want is some kind of bravery, boy. I know we will get to it, but then, you know what? For me, just encapsulate what Carrick doing. He substitutions, though.
Yeah.
He substitutions. Jackass Amarim would have bring on Euro. He'd have bring on Euro, or he'd have bring on Heaven or one of them. But the man see we up, and the man send on a next attacker, dog. The man last substitution, which was correct, was then to bring on a defender. So, yeah, it feels good to shut up people for next week, because trust me, last week was the beat City. But this week stunned the rest. I'm telling you, this week stunned the rest of the league. The rest of the league. Because it's not just Arsenal fans we put on notice this weekend. The rest of them fans and them in the league was like, boy, I in a group with one set of Chelsea men, and them and all was like, wait. So hopefully this we could just push on.
Yeah. And as you pointed out there, Chef, last week was just Arsenal, City, and then how City come and lost in the Champions League. It kind of try to water down the performance and we win now.
Yeah.
And the fact that we come in today and we put out that performance, I want to hear what can be the next talk. They might say, well, now beat a team that give all them more respect. You understand? So we'll always find ways to play down what we earn now, boy. But wherever, right?
This is after Arsenal beat up Inter.
Exactly.
And this is the first time a team scored 3 against Arsenal this season. The loss at the Emirates.
In 3 years.
Yeah, boy. This victory bigger than what people saying it is.
Exactly. And it's something that we used to do in because we were the ones who beat Arsenal.
The Invincibles.
The Invincibles. Yeah, and we beat them.
That's why they hate we so much.
Yeah. I don't know if I would notice today, fellas, that a lot of our attacks was down Arsenal left side. We barely attacked down Ahmad side. I don't know if anybody noticed that.
Yeah.
Well, we football play, and I don't know if it's because probably Carrick noticed Saka probably don't recover. We could overload on Timber because Timber is pushed high. I don't know what was the tactical reason behind that approach. But we see real joy down the left hand side, boy.
And most side come from Meno too,
Yeah. Let me just get some comments real quick there, fellas. All right. Arun on the inside, good night to you. Thanks for joining, man. Jesus Action on the inside as well. Good night. He's saying glory, Man United for life. Right? They ain't lie there. Arun saying here, I'll be first, Dogu. I apologize. Balan Dogu. All right. Alan on the inside, good night to you, buddy. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying, hopefully this puts Arsenal Fan TV to rest for the season. Wow. Hey, let's see Ty Fancam.
I was waiting for him by he
That
blamed the
man
referee.
is- Watch now, the man blamed the referee. He said that it's a handball for
Handball, Maguire.
yeah, no, Dogu. He said that's a handball. And for Cunha goal, he said somebody get foul. Listen, I don't know what a man watching now,
I want to
but
see
he
it,
really did, boy. Vegeta, thanks for joining. Saying long time since I see Chef Happy. Good win today. All right. Alan on the inside.
Happy,
Thanks for
happy
joining.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
Alan saying here, Carrick actually beat the master and his what? Acolyte in back-to-back games. Yeah, no doubt. Guys, don't forget to like and share the podcast on Facebook and YouTube.
The first time he beat him.
Yeah. Darren on the inside, good night. Thanks for joining me. He said if we beat Fulham, Amorim really was awful. You waiting so long?
You waiting so long?
I think it just takes so long to say that.
Yeah.
But doing by my brother, boy.
Yeah, man.
Talk to him
doing, buddy?
He said, had to show my face today. Having been snowed in, this wind made my day upward from here. Yeah. Hey, Simeon, you get through, right?
Yeah, man. I'm tired now. My arms, my back hurt me now. But that's shoveling snow is no joke, man.
Simeon, where you?
Man.
Where you?
Indiana.
Okay.
That snow, that man, I really walk through there, boy.
Mark, you shovel snow for today?
No, I'm not jealous of them.
Yeah, doing
boy, my father called me. He was actually going home from work in Manhattan, though. Because it's people sledding down the sidewalk and thing in Manhattan, you know. Don't if you see that snow, I say, hey, these white people be just weird, eh?
But it was at the point when the snow, like in New York, they start to look nasty and stink.
Yes. By tomorrow.
That's black ice.
Yeah.
That's what we
have. That's what we have.
I just tell everybody when it comes to snow, and I guess Simeon and Lan will understand this. Snow nice from we who live in an Americanized TV. The first time we see it, and then after,
but we could jump on a plane and come back home, and if they want to shovel snow.
Listen, the first time you break your ass in snow, you will cuss, you will hate snow forever, you know.
Snow is United Arsenal fan.
Michael on the inside, Michael Charles, thanks for joining. Same time as his grace. No doubt. That man deluded by it, right? Doing saying he have 2 foot by him. Shovel nothing.
Jesus.
All right. Anyway, guys, so we want to get into the game, all right? But in that earlier, I want to talk about this centre-back partnership earlier. Harry Maguire and Licha Martinez. So let me talk about the game earlier. Let me get into the game because I have plenty of things to talk about. But let me start on that partnership. Is this partnership just for when we play in big teams, or let's see that we could break down teams with this kind of partnership?
I had honestly I had several concerns with that partnership when it comes to Arsenal. You see, the set pieces was my concern with that, right? When Gyökeres came on also, I had a little concern with him against Martinez. He was troubling Martinez. But thank God Gyökeres ain't that good, right? Martinez, the thing is, both of them is complement each other. So when Maguire give him the ball, Martinez could get it through pass, he could get it pass over the top, right? So I think they're complementing each other. But the concern was when they had the first partnership, Brentford game. You remember? And then Martinez dropped after that.
Yeah.
But I think Martinez maturing.
How much years ago that was, Lion? That was 3 years ago?
I mean, you know, sometimes it does take you back to a time you say in 2026, we still had that partnership, but you know what I mean? But I think for now, they're complementing each other. And it working in a sense because Martinez is a ball player too. Right? Maguire will rough up the big man. Martinez take it, put it over the top, split the defenses. So yeah, it working right now. But
Yeah.
for some games, like with a bigger striker, we might need a delete and
Evan.
Maguire. That's if he come back. That's if delete come
No, well, I'm glad you bring it in because this is where I want to take it because the lit not far away, So I mean, it's only 2 games Carrick in charge, and we've seen the best of Martinez and Maguire, But go through how you feel about the partnership. Is it something that we should go forward with, or it was just because of the teams that we were facing?
For me, Harry come back from injury and basically pick up. He's been having a pretty good season, continuing on from last season. So Harry looking pretty decent. Martinez, I think he's still a bit off the pace, and that's understandable. To be honest, the man was out for a while, so I still not totally sold on Martinez. But here the scene though, it working. We winning. Let it continue. Please, let it continue. We don't know how long it will last. We know, I'm not putting knock on wood. I don't want any injuries, barring any injuries. Once it continue to work, because really and truly, we can't, the goals we concede since them fellas, we can't really put it on them that, hey, them fellas caused me them goals. So, and all I know Mendes will call Chef Yahash. But all my thinking with Delete. So let Delete stay and rest back and get better. And yeah.
Just something that you mentioned just now that I just want to reiterate as well. Because sometimes the excuses come like that. And leading up to the game, it had some things coming out that Arsenal, this is the first time for the season, Arsenal have a fully fit squad. No injuries. You understand? So I just want to put that out there now, boy. So that's just one less excuse. Anyway, Simeon, go through.
No, I mean, I really can't. I don't think they put the foot too wrong today. With Martinez, you always got a question. If he doing too much, with he fighting up and stuff. That's always a question. You go fight up there, but if you're doing too much, but. So far so good. I mean, I think I don't really think too much about because I know we have options back there. Between Heaven, I think Heaven and Delete, and I hope and for me, I think it's good. Euro could get a few games off to get yourself back together. Get his mind right before we play again. I think that's good. I think it's working well. I think, I don't know if it's Carrick coaching, but the structure we in, you didn't see them first get exposed too much. That's another thing. So it's working well now. I think we gotta wait and see what happens in this next game and go from there. But so far, so good.
Yeah. Kristen, welcome, buddy. How we doing? And you could just chime in on the conversation now.
One thing I want to ask though is what Arsenal has been doing for corners. That legal, but then be pushing it in the box.
That's a real good question. That's a real good question.
I don't find that. Let us get away with that, but
that real of them literally surrounding the keeper that he can't move and thing. That look real off.
The keeper don't get protection against them,
Yeah, that was like how them line. Now I find it real hard to defend them from a corner,
Yeah. You see, it's almost as though they find a loophole in the rules, and they're taking it to the max. Yeah. They feel like they have a position to defend. If anybody tried to argue it now, they could defend it because it's probably in the rule. Because something to this one, because this thing crazy. The kind of
here's what I think too, Nico. A couple of years ago, if you can remember, they was calling everything in the box. Any little touch was a foul. And then now they backtrack on that and they're trying to allow the game to be a little more aggressive. And as you just said, Arsenal basically take it to another level, as in them do actually hold up. But Dan, watch what them does be doing. That, according to what thing now said, but Dan, what them does be doing, that how that could be legal. I'm watching what it, so now you as a defender, you basically had to protect your keeper, then still had to cover the ball, then you still had to cover them players and them who doing all kind of dotishness on you. But I'll tell you something, the FA going to crack down on it, and it will come to an end eventually.
You see, they 1 or 2 corners we get. We do them the same thing, eh?
Yeah, Manchester learned to do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Arsenal master that boy.
Yeah.
Arsenal master that boy.
Arsenal throwing a set piece every game.
Yeah, them sickening boy.
Them will take your player, them will bounce your player to bounce your keeper.
Yes, Jared.
That's what happened with Lamens, you know. You get
there was absolutely no way Lamens could have reached that ball, you know.
No, he couldn't.
You see what they do? A wall of them basically push our defenders into Lamens.
Yeah.
You see when Lamens ended up, Lamens was behind the goal line trying to get at the ball, you know. How that could be. And while he trying to get it, still have an Arsenal man on him here pushing him into the goal too, you know.
Yeah.
Because that goal them score, that looked like it come off for Harry, and Harry was going for it. Like, they push here and it hit the head and go on towards the goal, you know.
Boy, Dan, it had 1,000,001 fouls in that little play in itself.
Yeah.
Let me be real. In that play, had so much fouls.
But what I was say, right? What I noticed that we did, I could tell in some of how we defended those set pieces that we actually practice.
Yeah, agreed.
Because Lamens was always trying to catch the ball. He was always trying to punch on the ball.
Punch it.
He was going first to get it, and I think for the goal we conceded, the crowd kind of messed with his launch.
He was walled up.
So
you're correct with that.
All the others, he went for it and he went out and had a catch-up punch. Because
and
you can't stand up on the line. You can't stand up on the
line. It was almost like our defenders was blocking them off and allowing him to punch out. So he was getting his space to punch out. So you could see Manchester, they got drills about it.
Yeah.
More clear one off the line.
Yeah. Does this negative?
But in terms of the defense, I agree with Chef. You go. I think we should keep Martinez and Maguire because they're playing well. But De Ligt been playing really well before he got injured too. He was our best centre back before he got injured. So you cannot put him back in the team. So you have to play with what you have, and we're working right now.
But what was impressive for me with the partnership is you have Maguire giving it the height, because I was always worried about these set pieces, because as much as I like Euro and I like Heaven, I find they was getting beat to the physical duels.
Yeah,
you understand. And Maguire experience, from what I've seen so far, is what giving him the little edge with his what would be his deficiencies. He making up for that with experience. Look, even today, I see Maguire taking the ball down the line. You understand? Maguire have one touch passing and thing. And I say, what the hell wrong with this man? But go back.
Maguire, you can't take the ball off of Maguire. No.
Well, there's it. Because he understands the game.
But you know something? All the Jones we do, as you rightfully say. You know something that none of them other defenders have on Harry? Harry have aggression like that, you know.
Yeah.
You're not going to bully Harry, you know. And I don't do it, and our rest of defenders don't have that.
You rough up Gabriel.
Yeah. Because you're small. He hit him. He basically son him. Like, dog, you boy, go son now, you midget.
What's that? I watched the Liverpool game yesterday, and Van Dijk miscleared the ball, and the ball scored, and he spin around and trophy hand coil with the team, and dog.
That big girl. That big Dutch girl.
So since we're talking about Harry, I feel we should keep him for one more year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I know it's hard for me to say that yet, but yeah.
Let he go.
No. For another year till better could be done here.
No, what I'm saying, right? It all depends on how we approach the transfer market and what we want to do. You know, and
Right.
if the case is that we want to focus on other areas and really go strong and hard in other areas.
Well, that the main
Then-
reason. That the main
then
reason.
yeah, well then
Yeah.
extension.
Yeah.
No
That
issue.
middle had to fix.
Yeah.
Exactly. It don't make sense to get rid of him and then you had a bar next defender when we need a proper midfield.
Yeah, but you see, there are two things that has had to come into play. You see, opportunity. If a player becomes available that you need to pounce on, you have to take it. You know, and sometimes there's what space
Yeah,
free
but
for
that player
the
was
finances.
That player was gay. And he won City because everybody was after he, you know.
Yeah.
He was not early going to get him.
No, let's say that he would have been free and he was cheap in January. I mean, he
Well,
wanted a big
that's-
salary, but he's a good player.
I honestly feel he could turn out to be one of City best buys in years. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, that man. I watched him.
I really feel them.
I like Senesi.
I from reviews I ain't hear he's all that. Yeah. Just getting comments quick, guys. Eric saying here Dorgodinho, right?
My dog look like Bale. What dog would you do? He might look like Bale. Yes, double it.
Eric saying here there should be a warrant out for Amorim's arrest for the crimes against United, right?
Ten Hag and then he.
Yeah. Michael Charles saying here same with the throw in, moving like 2 or 3 yards extra.
Yeah, like us.
Right. Yeah. So, fellas, on the game, right? And I think Chef did summarize it pretty nicely when he was talking. You know, at the start of the game, fellas, you know, we really had to weather the storm. We had to stick in. I mean, there's a couple of things to take into consideration. You're playing away from home, so you know the 12th man there. You know, and you had to dig your heels in, remain disciplined. You can't get frustrated. And one thing I saw that was a little annoying, man, was Bruno. You know, because apart from, you know, losing the ball carelessly, he was the one looking a little petulant now. You know, if we do win back the ball as probably we were supposed to, you see them throwing up his hands. So, and that was kind of annoying because it was important to remain focused in those kind of situations. It's really important. Even though it don't go your way, we had to know that our time would have come. So we just had to stick in, remain compact, keep to the game plan, and just keep doing what we're doing. You know, it was a little nervy, but with all that possession that Arsenal had in that first 15, 20 minutes, they didn't once create a clear-cut chance. I thought our defending, you know, in that setup, we kept narrow, as we've been always asking for. Yes, they were getting the balls through the line, but they had to keep going back to reset.
Always.
You know? And as for all the possession that I think Arsenal had, they were not penetrating to say, well, hey, we under pressure. My concern was always the set pieces because I just know that they're good.
We suspect it. And
Yeah,
then
and every time. Yeah, and I was looking for, so every time I saw a corner, every time I saw a free kick, I was always
it's not you alone. Every United fan, every time we see a corner or a free kick, we start the troops because we know what coming.
But in that 80-something minutes when I get a corner, I get vexed now.
Yeah. But fellas, just going back a little bit, but from the time we got our foothold in the game, I think we never looked back.
No.
And that happened. And that
Yes,
happened in the first half. Yeah, and we started to get confident. And that midfield started to move the ball around.
Yeah.
You know, I think Kobe was very, very good. Kobe and Casemiro in terms of
Kobe and Casemiro.
Yeah, in terms of just keeping it calm now, boy, and moving it around, looking for not the diagonals, the ones through the lines.
Yeah.
Listen, this I don't think that this was a smash and grab.
It was
Probably we were not as dominant as we were versus City because there's a different opponent. They are a lot better, they're a lot stronger in so many different areas. But I thought we were very good in possession as well. You know, when we had our time on top in terms of holding the ball, we were very good. You know, and we were forcing Arsenal to make passes where they were not supposed to, and that's what led to our first goal.
Yep.
You know, so guys, when we talk about the game, it has so much good things that we did. You know, and I think our possession was better utilized than the possession Arsenal had.
Agreed.
We had one chance to score on the counter, right? That was with when Mbeumo went wide. Instead of going straight, he started to pull wide, and he didn't take no shot. But other than that, we created our opportunities.
Yeah, and the thing is, we forced Arsenal into some errors, eh?
Yeah,
We a few
that
times, and then
goal.
Mbeumo killed them with the third one.
That first goal was personal.
Yeah, no, but
First goal was
before that, he forced them into. We was forcing them into making bad passes and things.
Yeah. So
If you watch the lead up to our first goal, there was a few errors before that goal, before us Arsenal into.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm
and-
talking about.
Yeah, we had forced them into a few errors. And then that one what finally got us the goal. That wasn't even the full hard press, you know.
No.
And Mbeumo kind of half-hearted. He came to press, but he didn't come hard on him. But meant so
He blocked up a pass in
realized.
zone there, Chef. He blocked up a pass in zone and an option.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
That-
all I'm saying, really.
Yeah.
No, but
So you had no
even to the
chance to go back to the
even to the end of the game as well. It had 2 times they're trying to score, right? But they pass him back the ball. And they pass it and the person on the center the thing missed the ball and Bruno hit up, he see the keeper off the line and he shoot it. And it was way off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Should have scored that, man.
If that had scored, it had 2 plays. You see
Mbeumo.
that one, and you see the Mbeumo one where he tried to lock dog.
Yeah.
Listen, I was watching that football by my grandmother, my aunt, my girl, and we had some people over, and if me and care, I screaming, everybody was just laughing at me. But if them two had scored, boy, you can't talk to me for the rest of the season.
Bruno chance though, he do it too quick. He had enough time to actually.
We don't have enough time to compose and love the
He
keeper.
done win the ball already.
Yeah.
I guess Simeon in on some thoughts on the game and certain things that you see that was pleasing, and then what we could look at is some of the things that probably wasn't we wasn't pleased about, because every game will have positives and negatives. We want to weigh too heavily on the negatives, but you know we could identify some.
No, I mean, I think the fact that we grew into the game, you know, all the aspects that was troubling you in the beginning of the game, you know, got better. You know, we didn't really mention Dalot too much, you know, so far. You know, Dalot had an okay game. I mean, he had some not needed fouls, but like, you know, I think it was a good, you know, team performance. You know, at first I thought I wasn't seeing enough of Menu, but he grew more into the game as the game went by. You know, I found Sterling Kareem, the left side. They really attacked the left side a lot. You know, it was, you know, really, you know, I wonder why they didn't switch it to Ahmad's side. Cause I thought Ahmad, you know, always gets the best, you know, one-on-one matchups, but for some reason, you know, it was mostly left-hand side. You know, I thought our attacking, you know, plan, I thought we went down the middle of the field a lot more in these last 2 games, and that's something I've been looking for with this team. The touches to get through the middle of a defense really, you know, I think that really, you know, messed up Arsenal. You know, and I felt like, you know, I mean, again, this is one of the top, you know, defensive teams in the league. You know, for us to have that kind of success going through middle and through sides was really good. I mean, I think the substitution of Cunha and Mbeumo, the timing and the way he used that sub, I knew it was going to be important in this game. And go figure, you know, Mbeumo scored and Cunha come on and scored. You know, I think that as a coach that has that shows a lot of intuition as to how the game is going. Who else, boy? Dorgu. I've been hot and cold on Dorgu. Since he got here. I thought at the beginning of the season, I thought he was going to be the next big thing. And then but for Dorgu, this is what you expect. When we got Dorgu, this is what I expected. He's not the finished product, but he should be able to bang in some goals for us. And he's good. He's good enough to be doing that. All this. I mean, I didn't expect that. That rocket today, but the man should be scoring goals from us. He has that ability, and to finally see it pop up in these games is great. And the same could be said for Mbeumo and Cunha. At the beginning of the season, we knew we won't be becoming one of those teams that control the games. You don't have the kind of midfield to control games, but the way our team is built, we built for this. We ain't gonna have the possession most of the time, but when we attack, we could be deadly. And you finally see, where the money spent. We still gotta, see Sesko reach his maximum potential. But right now, Mbeumo, Cunha, Bruno, Ahmad, that danger you're getting from a Manchester United side that you really forget. You kind of you miss. I think that us scoring again against good teams and scoring bangers, so teams look at us and be like, hey, we really gotta worry about, them fellas, and I think it took a while to get back the mystique that that it have, the kind of fear we put in teams, but you're seeing something pop up, with this team, just the class, the being clinical, that you really struggle seeing before with Amorim. And yeah, we had many chances, but this team it looked different. This team, troubling teams, and you see it.
Yeah. I want to get Lion in on this point.
I want to ask you a question.
No, I want to ask you a question first. Right? I want to ask Lion about if it's one thing that we notice that's happening a lot now, guys. We've seen a lot of combinations, the triangles, them 1-2 touches, and it have a particular player that central to a lot of these combinations. Kobe Mino, Lion.
I know you're gonna come at me, but when we talk about Doguna, that man ain't good.
I think you should ask Kristen that question.
Chef, we'll find that man. That man ain't good.
Who's that?
Good.
No, well,
What's that?
No, I can answer that to them. I can answer that to them. No, hold on. Wait. I can answer that to them. You see, it all depends. Again, it comes down to how a manager using a player. If a player come in and a manager using you to make it look like crap, we're going to say he good?
Yeah.
If all I see is crap.
In Parliament, boy.
Listen. Oh, yeah, you have to understand something about Reem. Reem from Manning constituency, Reem good,
Yeah, he good enough.
No, it's not that.
He never
watch a man play crap and say he good.
You got different player. He ball the man ain't good. That man ain't good. Watch he.
I watch my eye, Watch my eye. I watch you until I see that the man ain't good. No, the point is,
relax with that.
No, the point is, right, what I was seeing at that point in time was we was lacking that that directness that Cunha just give away. But the man, what
was my answer? Nah.
All right. But the man come and score, so we're gonna say no, listen.
That shit snake.
Anyway.
Yeah,
back to you, Lion.
Yeah, back
to you, Lion. Tell me what you thought about we midfielders, the combination since last game to now, and who, Kobe Mino.
Well, I'm to the same line. You have to play the players. Oh, you see, you'll get out of that coach.
My brother Lion, boy.
Because
My brother Lion.
I had to give him it back.
Of course.
Yeah, sell
He had to
Kobe.
get back.
He ain't good. Sell
The
him.
combination of play, the
Two-player power.
formation suit Kobe because he could get. Kobe is not a long passer.
And now,
Passing the ball on the ground and you make it.
and he's slow.
And he's slow. He's not the fastest player.
Hey, come on,
But with
man.
that, he's not.
Come on,
Come
man.
on, Reem. Kobe's
Yeah.
Kobe quick.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, oh gosh, that why we talk about quick and fast? Casemiro playing,
well, I
playing
just
and
say-
here quick.
I just
But,
say- But you're getting the combination play with them fellas because of the formation.
that's right. You're so close to playing together.
They're playing together. And
The
this is what
close,
I
close.
was telling you. This is why I'm talking about that back three with Kobe couldn't work. Because it's
So,
not.
so are we selling Kobe or we ain't selling Kobe?
How you gonna sell Kobe? I never wanted Kobe to go
Sell
no matter
what?
what.
Oh, please, Lion.
I never
Boy,
said
let he go now, boy. Let he go.
what I said. If a man is not committing to the club, he has to go.
But what I
Where
was
was the
telling
man
you-
say that?
Eh?
We had discussions.
No,
No.
we talked about that, but me remember you saying to sell Kobe.
Nah,
I
no,
never
no,
said to
no.
sell
Real,
him.
real say sell Kobe. If you are playing
No,
him, sell him.
I said if he is not committing to the club, if he's not willing to sign a new deal and things like that, he has to go.
And then why
Because-
it is? So let me ask you something. My question to you on that,
we want
Lion.
players who want to
was-
be at the club.
Right, but no, but Kobe, we never had to question Kobe loyalty to the club.
Never.
The issue was, hold on, let me finish. The issue, and I fully agree, why should I sign with a club when I am not sure if the manager
play.
fancy me and I gonna
To
play?
But that is
In
when-
how much
and-
months?
and
How
this
much
is what-
months?
and
And
this is
Kobe
what-
Mino never play. And
this
you
is
want to
what
sign a
I've
contract
been-
and sit down
this
there
is
and
what
rotten?
I've been telling you. They have been trying to give Kobe a contract since before Amarim. I've been telling you that. And now all of a sudden it pop up. They want to talk to him about a new deal. Right? But if you look, you could just Google it and see it's not now they're trying to give him a new deal.
But what
And
I'm
it's
telling
slow.
you, is they were in discussions at the back end at Ten Hag time, right?
Right.
And they were in talks.
Right.
They were in talks. But
They
then
were
when
in
the
talks.
when the manager
But
changed,
Mark,
when the
but
manager
Mark-
changed and the manager see no future, when he gonna sign Lion?
yeah. But Mark, honestly though, I get you because we love we Manchester United. But I and Reem was on the same page when it come to Kobe. Because I had said it. If all you don't want to give the man a sweat, or you don't find or you don't want the man to play, let the youth go elsewhere and make career. Because I was real annoyed how they
I
was
agree with
treating
that.
the boy.
But
It's about difference. It's about difference, Lion. It's about
lots of
difference.
things
It's
behind
about
the
difference
scenes
between
that
I want the man to go and think and let him go. It's about difference, though.
No, I say if he not committing, let him go. If this is what
But man, Kobe could have been committed to that.
no, listen to what I'm saying, right?
All right.
If this is what the club doing. They're playing the tree and they're done. Because if you look at look at it wholesome, right? They was looking at targets, and if they get them targets, Kobe had no future at United, according to their back tree, right? So what I
Right.
was saying, if he's not committing, if they're not willing to play the man, he has to go, right? Because the targets them looking at, and if they was going forward with that back tree, Kobe had no future at United. He had no future.
So let me get
Right.
explain. Let me get
But
explain.
even
I
on that,
am
even
glad-
on that Ten Hag, when he was
I
trying
am
to get that
glad-
contract, it was a
Let
big
me just
contract.
say this now. I am glad Amarim gone. Why glad? Because I am always for the betterment of the club, right? And if they could bring Stern John. Once my team is playing good, I am happy. Right? That's
Yeah,
all I want. I want my team to perform. I want all the players to perform.
All right.
That's
I
all
get
I
it.
want.
All right. I'm gonna just get some comments real quick before we move on, fellas.
Yep.
All right. Dwayne saying here, but things will be different in the transfer window if we have Champions League to offer. Definitely.
Of course, yeah.
Right. Junior on the inside. Oh, this is the Arsenal. He's an Arsenal fan. All right. But he's one of the level-headed ones, Chef. You know, so we go in.
So let me hear before
Right.
I switch, I turn into chef.
Right.
Right now, I
He's
see
saying,
me.
he's saying good win, guys. Better team won today. Felt like watching Man U, the old Man United. Yeah.
Agreed.
You know, sir?
Well said, fella.
Everson on the inside. Good night to you, man.
Oh,
Saying great
Everson.
discipline performance today. Cunha winner was well worth it. I want to talk about the goals, right, guys?
Yeah.
Dwayne said here, do we ever have anything positive to say about Dalot? I think when we don't talk about him, is a positive, and we didn't talk much about him today.
Yeah, he wasn't bad today, man.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad today.
Hey, but he wasn't good either.
Yeah,
That
but-
man is a shit town boy. Oh God! But you know what? We don't want to talk about him. Let me move on.
Yeah.
That man ain't good at all, boy.
man, this man, block this man. There's a shot he threw in there.
Good to see you guys in good spirits. 2 games in a row. Enjoy.
Block
Right.
you.
Yeah, we're going we go enjoy it. Trust me.
King on really pre on the inside. Good night, man. Thanks for joining. Saying we going all the way up. Big up Lamens. Y'all feel on I was saving Saka first. Yeah, that's
Never.
first percent.
But you're not
But
allowed
here
to
now,
go so.
You know, Onana will miss a back pass with no pressure.
But
You understand? So listen, Onana, let him stay where he is.
you were
Right.
using a still for that.
Well, he can't come back United, you know.
He know that. He know
For
that.
what? We coming back for?
Anyway, he know that. So fellas, the goals. I want to know
What?
which of the three. I want to know which is your favorite, and I want to know which one I think was the most important goal. Now, it's easy to say Cunha because that's the winner, but context considered.
Well, as I think Simeon mentioned it, that Dogu goal. Because it wakes something up in Weaver. And it show Arsenal that we could score on them. When that goal score, them fellas and them head went down, you know.
Yep.
They're like, nah, boy. Do we could do that, boy? We could do that? The fellas and them, the head went down and they're like, nah, how we doing this now, boy? So I think that goal was the most important goal despite Cunha being the winner.
No, but the thing with Cunha goal, right? Them playing at home to go 2-2. The home side will always go on to win. And you see that goal Cunha score, that break them.
We break that today.
If I'm telling you, 2-2 you at home, you going on to win that game. You supposed to go on to win that game.
Especially this current Arsenal team.
Because
Yeah.
that stadium was quiet until that goal scoring,
Yeah.
that equalizer scoring.
No, but when them scored that equalizer, I think they was going to win the game, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
But that stadium just
Gabriel
life.
was so-
Yeah,
Yeah.
life.
Wake up. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Simeon?
So what's that? Them mistake was giving Cunha all that space, you know?
Yeah, that good. I like that. Give him space, man.
No, I mean, I think I look at the, I think the Cunha goal was, that was a quality prime play. Like that goal was a investment. Investment like I saw my investment pay off there. Like it's like.
Yeah. Somebody with millions.
Yeah, like we pay money first, man. This man has space. This man has time.
Yes.
That is what we pay for. That Dogu goal though, that Dogu goal though.
Jesus.
Who see it coming? I mean, it looked better in real time than in the I mean, it looked good anyway, but the 1-2 with Bruno through the center of that man defense. And then he
take his side of your foot.
and then that finish.
Finish with the left foot.
And it's worse. I feel like it's worse when it hit the top side and come down. It just looks worse. Look nasty. I say, oh gosh.
Jesus.
I look for the Arabic commentary, but
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, nah.
Dorgu, Bruno.
Yeah, that goal. Nah, that goal hurt. That goal messed him up, man. That goal. Nah, then can believe that. Like I said, then can believe Dogo could do that. I mean, I couldn't believe Dogo could do that. But to see that happen right through them, I mean, right through the defense. That was an emotional blow that Nephilim wasn't ready for.
Yeah.
Wasn't ready for it.
For me though, yeah, I go with it. Now, all three goals have equally importance because of the timing of the games. But Dan, that Dogu goal, I don't feel men understand how small the spaces was for that knock and that bullet. Dogu hit that ball like it doing something, you know.
Yeah.
And the swerve horse, or just watch that swerve.
Yeah,
We can say what we want, but to beat Raya, you have to come good, eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
yes.
have to come
Yeah.
good.
Right.
And
Right.
boy,
That
Patrick,
game last season, when you make all them save? When we
Damn.
end up drawing?
yeah, Dogu hit that ball like if it was Amarim face, you know. Jesus Christ, he hit that ball hard. But I'll tell you something about Cunha goal, and I'll you agree with me that. No, Cunha trying to score that goal whole season, you know.
What?
Yeah.
That same goal. What Cunha scored today, Cunha has been trying to score that whole season.
Yeah.
That
But you like-
same play. Get
but
it
you like
to the
Arsenal.
center and trying to put it. Our horse, you see what Cunha do? Cunha use Gabriel as the screen to put that ball around him. Because I was explaining it to my girl, and I was saying, that Raya see that late, you know.
Yeah.
Raya see that when it done dipping and going into that far post, you know. So dog, that was according to somebody who said it was the Ream. Dog, it was good to see we scoring bangers.
Mm.
So, but it's hard for me because even though it was, but I will say something too. And as Christian said it, when they scored the second, they really thought they was going to go on and win it. But you see that Cunha goal break the heart in a million pieces.
Yeah.
Arsenal couldn't do nothing after that. That one shut them. It shut the stadium down. It shut the players down. Arteta said, when Cunha, I don't think all you saw this. When Cunha scored the goal, Arteta went and sit down. I get weak, you know.
Yeah.
I think because all it, you know, he don't sit down at all.
The
When
comparison.
Cunha get that goal, he went and sit down like, "Gee."
You see the comparison with him and Carrick celebrating.
No, but
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it.
The time
Yes,
when
sir.
Cunha goal too, them don't know. The best they could do is pull off a draw if they had a score and they can't win it anymore.
Yeah.
There was a winning that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, them
everybody
heads
has
went down already. Them don't know.
So this is why I was telling people, yeah, cool, it was we beat Arsenal. But for me, dog, it was important for we to get 3 points.
Yeah.
You know, we Arsenal, Villa City, okay, cool. But it's important for we to keep on collecting we 3 points because you realize everybody who write on we win the games. So it was important for we now to push on and win that game.
We needed that more than them.
Yeah.
I think go ahead, Simeon. Go ahead.
No, I mean, let me jump back in one more time. Like, I think the quality, we have to look at the quality of the finishes. You know, we look at last year, we complained about the finishing we had, the strikers we had. You know, we talk about if Garnacho had that Mbumo chance, he wouldn't have put it in the stands or, you know, at the corner flag. But even Mbumo, as easy as it was, how he handled that goal was just class. You know, a running keeper and properly. That Dogu goal, you know, we talk about Raya, how good Raya is. All the saves he made, the goals we scored had to be bangers, and for us for us to actually be able to pull 3, you know, decent goals, 3, you know, two great goals, and 1 clinical finish. That's a big testament in a big game. And then you look at, you know, I think for Arsenal, you know, this is this is their year. I mean, honestly, you look at their team. I mean, I kind of feel like we. I feel kind of bad, not really bad, but I feel like, if I'm the Glazers and I see this shit, team building we doing, and we still beat the Arsenal team that's lowered like that, I go say, hey, well, I'll need to spend a whole bunch of, because them fellas, I mean, I tend to bring out the whole side, them was healthy. That whole side was healthy, and we still, I mean, you see them, the bench, you see the players he brought on, and we still beat them.
But them players he bring on play real terrible.
Yeah, I don't think none of these subs had any kind of
Yes, it was
impact.
terrible. Madueke.
Shit.
He was real terrible.
No, but I watched some clips on Instagram, right? Saka do a pass to Gyökeres, like it had plenty videos where he could have just square the ball for the man and he cut him back and thing. And it had a time when they was playing Chelsea and he cut back and he lost the ball and somebody else get white, Ben White and Ben White.
And he cut it. He cut it in and he tapped it in.
And Saka come to Gyökeres push him away.
Yeah,
I had to find that video.
Yeah,
There was something in the
that's when they play a cup game against Chelsea.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't care.
Let the Arsenal buckling begin.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Let them beat up.
But I had to agree with how you all articulated, the different thoughts on which goal was the most important, and I think that Cunha goal earlier, right, as quality as it was, to after having holding the lead and to concede like how we concede, to still have that drive away from home, because most times you hear man just saying, it's hard to come here and win. We are win here in how much years, so what, let me just take the draw and let me leave with the point. But it wasn't enough. The mentality of this team on that Carrick, that wasn't enough. We couldn't leave it without a draw. And them fellas still went for that. You understand? And that is why, as much as it was the actual winner, I think the intent and the mentality behind that is what telling me, hey, here we're going on. These fellas serious, boy. Them fellas wanted that today. Just as much as we wanted to win this game today, right? That's why when and to consider stupid equalizer like that, I think it's hurt deep, boy. I tell you, I would have come here feeling like we lost our game if we didn't win today. You understand? So what the team showed, because we, sometimes you have a pattern of play where you only have 2 men up top and everybody else back.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case when that was going earlier.
Not on the card.
We had bodies in their half. We were playing football. Maguire and Licha was in the halfway line when that goal scored, fellas.
Yeah.
So you see that intent and that mentality to come so late and get a winner, boy. Here now, man.
Gotta be brave.
Boom. Yeah, bravery.
But it goes back to what I was telling you. Was it today or sometime with us, because we're talking today every day? Then people think when we talk of Mark has been saying it, when we talk about the Manchester way, it's just about winning. But dog, it's not just about winning, though. Because you see coward football, you can't be a Manchester United fan and will enjoy coward football, though. It has to be bravery, it has to be intensity, it has to be always willing. Though we might not be the most talented team, but the least you expect.
I think we need to stop saying that, though.
What's that?
Because the team is talented, huh? We have a talented team. We need. It are things we need, but I think this team is still very talented.
Fair enough. In this moment, I ain't go fight you.
Yeah.
In this moment, I ain't go fight you.
No, it
But-
had quality.
I just say now that then the Manchester DNA is what, as we now point out, though, is that, and Carrick understand it, though. We up 2-1 because we catch Arsenal. we make the point that Manchester United is the team on top of the charts with creating. Well, it ain't good enough to just create. We have to punish you though. And horse, we know that we are accustomed to Manchester United scoring bangers every season. We just be in some of the best goals of the season, horse, and where that has gone. So the Carrick is just 2 games, horse, and I get it. But men have to Carrick understand what it is to be Manchester United though. We come out to play. Forget that it had no stadium where we going to the Emirates. It had to win it. Okay, then we're gonna put 3 passes all year at the Emirates because that's Manchester though.
Yeah.
What
And
we
if
in
it's
the
one
first-
thing, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, we the first team to beat Arsenal at home this season, you know.
Yeah.
And the first team to score 3 against them in 122
And
games.
to beat them on the score first.
Yeah.
First team
Yeah.
to score
Them
3
score.
goals in 122 games them playing, and them concede 3 goals, you know.
And just and that's a good start, Kristen. But just to go back on what Chef was saying there, is you see, as a manager, you have to know the message you're translating to the players.
Yeah.
Right? And when in games, your first substitution is always to take off a defender. You telling your players, hey, here we're gonna let me try to secure. I don't trust Olia to score or to do whatever. So let me try to protect what we want. And that's why every time we score a goal under the previous manager, we used to wonder, well, why it is we cave in after we score a goal? Why? Because the messages being sent is, I don't trust Olia, you know. So let me bring on a defender. The mentality that I saw from even going back to Fletcher, as unfortunate as his short stint was, Fletcher was subbing on attackers. He was subbing on attackers today.
Yeah.
You understand? Is Cunha and then Sesko and Mars coming in later for Amar. But the point is, you're seeing the intent, the attacking intent with these managers. Now again, it's 2 games, so we don't know what's going to happen when our team sit back and we have to take the initiative. But we go wait and see. But we could talk on what we've seen so far. And I think, guys, that DNA that we're talking about, this is what it is. Play without fear, attacking football, going for it. You understand? And scoring brilliant goals. Let me get some comments. Kurt on the inside, he's saying, good night to you, Kurt. He's saying, I know I'm late, but good game today. Right? He's saying here, Doggo is rapidly improving. Alan saying here, ball pest and Boomo, when he equalized the Emirates went quiet.
Just couldn't talk about Lacey or Fletcher.
Well, it's a more conventional chef. So Kurt saying here, media sources say he currently stays back after normal practice to work on his crosses and shooting.
Who's that?
I don't know if it's Cunha.
We talk about Doggo.
Or probably Doggo.
Doggo have a personal trainer.
Yeah. But we can see in the last few games here, it has been showing. So I think you're talking about Doggo.
Yeah, Doggo.
Carrick subs were spot on, right? Everson saying here, big up, Big Harry D.
Yeah.
Big up, Big Harry. The man was a laughing stock. Now he's the one laughing. Yeah. Chef spot on Cunha trying that shot since the first game of the season against Arsenal. Yeah.
This whole season he tried it.
Yeah. Rishi on the inside. Good night. Thanks for joining me. Good night, brother. Just got home and hearing Olia. I see some highlights already, but I gotta watch the whole match now. Yeah, watch now. Watch the whole game, buddy. Right? All right. 4 a.m. in South Africa. Thanks for joining on the last one. Yeah. And the commitment we want, man. Kurt saying here, Amorim would have bring on defenders like that instead of bringing on attackers to go for the winner. Yeah. Right. So he's saying here, keep your eyes and ears open for this cute Carrick likes, or this youth, right? Likes from Middlesbrough. Hackney. I think it's Hackney. Right, 23 years old. Cheaper alternative to baseball. Could fix a keyboard now by Wharton and Anderson. Right, I think he mean
Balaba.
Baleba, right?
You're going for no Hayden Hackney, but
If could, we talk about some young boy. Yes.
So fellas, I want to ask Solidus, right? No, we were talking about the new manager bounce. I don't think this is just a new manager bounce
Nah.
or it's something
well,
deeper. What do you think?
the feeling again from this, new manager bounce. But you're feeling something from the team. You're feeling something that you didn't see for years. I think the last manager, well, I don't even want to say Ole you feel this with,
No,
because you're playing we playing football and I can't explain it, boy. But there's something you're feeling from the team now.
no,
But
but
that's
when you
okay.
look back, Amorim, right? He didn't get sacked because he lost the dressing room. So it's not like the players were spiting him or they want to play for him and things. So that's why I said it's not really a manager. I won't say that manager bounce because the players didn't dislike him and throw him under the bus.
No, it's a new manager bounce because we wasn't playing like this under Amorim. And
No, what I mean is like
Amorim never had a
wasn't
new
spiting
manager
him
bounce.
now.
Yeah, he never had one. So you might say the players not spiting him, but maybe they just didn't like that formation. They didn't like
The just wasn't given 100%.
wasn't set up for that kind of football he was trying to play. And you heard noises of players wasn't happy with it. They like him, yes, as a person, as a manager, man manager in certain instances, but the football wasn't for them. That team wasn't to play that football. Wasn't set up for that.
Yeah, Simeon, what do you think? New manager bounce or it's deeper than that, it's more than that?
I think it's more on that new manager bounce, definitely. But I think so far, after 2 games, 2 different opponents, I think the fact that you see it's you see a different level, a different type of setup. I feel like it's one thing to be playing the same system that the old manager played, and seeing NFL play better, but playing a different, system and making it work for everybody in multiple games. You're seeing the flexibility of the coach to coach every game a little bit different and set the team up to win in different ways in both games. And I think that alone, shows more of a actual coaching technical side going on with this team. And, the fact that, putting people where they're comfortable at is one thing, but doing so and have it, because it's not just about players play where they want to play. It's about doing that and make it effective. I think he could do both. I think, what more do you want from a coach? I mean, he played against Pep and Arteta, and he didn't really see any kind of structural or technical deficiency against them fellas. Especially given the squad them fellas have. So this has to be more. I mean, we don't give him the job right away, but so far so good.
Chef, you want to jump in?
Yeah, quick. I just feel Carrick know what he's doing. I listened to every interview since he come there, even before the games play, when they interview the players, and when the players talk about Carrick come and he just basically showing them so much new things. He and his staff just drilling them with so much brilliance that the training sessions, and I haven't watched any clips really of the training sessions, because to me it really sometimes can't tell nothing, but then the man just doing something different. I don't know if it's to call it a new manager bounce, but to me it's a lot deeper than that. But the real test now, we will see if it's to carry on against, because everybody know these 2 games. We had a circle on the calendar that is make or break games because we couldn't beat Leeds and Burnley and these shit teams and them. What will happen now? Now we have a run of games then that we could go on go on a proper run.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, my friend, we get a cut to here. Well, we go see.
Boy, I wish I want to buy a flight and go to Old Trafford and put in the middle of Old Trafford and use the dullest scissors I could find to chop off here, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I honestly don't want to just put it as a new manager bounce because you know why though? This is so long overdue. When last we had a new manager bounce per se though. So yeah.
I was also reading on that coach too, Holland. They say he's a very a coach that will make you believe in it.
And I know about him only because of supporting the three kittens. So I know how good a coach he is. So when I saw him as part of the coaching, the setup, I was like, okay, good.
Yeah. Just getting some comments real quick here. Jerome Foster on the inside, thanks for joining, man. Good evening to you. All right, he's saying here we on the up, but I want us to destroy Fulham now. Yeah, and it's always about the next one. It's always about the next one.
Yeah, definitely.
He also saying here this isn't a bounce, but it is players just comfortable. They played for Amorim, but they're more comfortable now, naturally. Also, this is the kind of team we do well against. We need to see this versus teams that give us the ball.
Yeah.
Right? We need to see how we do versus teams that give us the ball and sit back and wait. I am hopeful. We have our best players back and they are established relationships. You know, that, let's be honest, took the first half of the season to create. Carrick is reaping the benefits of the groundwork. Let me just push back on this one, right? What about the groundwork that's because we're seeing the 2-game benefit from how long a groundwork, Jerome? Because shouldn't we be seeing some benefits from a 14-month-long tenure even before the manager was sacked? So to say that, you know, a manager and it's just the nature of football. It has certain things that an incoming manager will benefit from what the last manager was doing. Sometimes it could be fitness work, sometimes it could be, you know, the discipline in the camp. But I just reading this and again the feeling as though you're trying to give Amorim some credit that I think he don't deserve. That is all, right?
No, but what you're trying to say, Reem, is basically how Amorim inherited the team from Ten Hag compared to how Carrick get a team. Like, it's in a better situation. Like, when Amorim get a team, it was real toxic and plenty players wasn't good and stuff like that. But Carrick come into a team with have good players, quality players, and stuff like that now. I don't have any more of that toxicity, anything like that. I guess that's what you're trying to say.
I see the thing about the groundwork is them signings. Man. You see, the signings that were made is what doing it on that card.
And this was I was going to say because when we look at the signings that has been made under Ineos, right? Even the players that would have been there under Ten Hag, the Ineos signings is the improvement, that is who leveling we up. Somebody had mentioned earlier a chance that would have fallen to Mbumo Garnacho, that was on Garnacho foot, he was playing out in Rosie. Yeah. You understand? So it's about the players who we brought in because these same players were here earlier and they were misfiring. But now, as somebody mentioned, they're being played in more comfortable, familiar places and positions and they're scoring. So
but Reem, who get rid of Garnacho?
The board. Don't tell me Amorim. Let me tell you something. No. Let me go back down this road again, right? Because at the end of the day, if the board wants to keep a player, they will keep the player. And a case in point, back when Mourinho was manager, Mourinho wanted to get rid of certain players and they did not leave. Are we going to credit Mourinho for not? Are we going to blame Mourinho because the players didn't go?
No. I think.
Listen to me. If a board do not support a manager cannot sell a player. Let me get that clear. So the fact that that Garnacho left has very little. I think you're giving too much credit to Amorim on Garnacho, right? Because if the board didn't want to sell Garnacho, Amorim would have to work with that.
Nah, I don't think so. Because the way how Garnacho operate and thing.
So then why Kobe still here and Amorim gone?
But Amorim get sacked. If Amorim had remained, he might have get sold. Let me be real. If he was there, he might have get sold.
The point. Go ahead, Simeon.
No, I mean, Kobe and Garnacho are two different things. I think at the end of the season last year, I don't think Garnacho had much fans in the locker room, in the coaching staff, or on the board. So, I mean, Garnacho was just doing too much. So,
it was an easy decision for the board to make. That had nothing to do with
Amorim. Always. But
even players like Rashford too, he said bench Rashford, and he.
But what I'm saying is Amorim didn't say, hey, Amorim didn't walk in and say, hey, I don't like he get here out. That didn't happen. It was the board. Them wanted to get rid of Rashford for a long time. Rashford was a troublemaker. That had nothing to do with Amorim, or very little.
Yeah, but if you watch the previous managers, Ole was playing him. He was real shit on that thing, and Tenak still playing him. You can't discredit the man for that Amorim. Come on.
What I'm saying is I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to sit on here and agree with you that Amorim was the one responsible for getting players out. It has to be a collaborative decision. And at the end of the day, the board, if the board do not agree with the manager or see eye to eye on a particular player, then that player will stay right there and the manager will find a way to make it work.
But I think I mean that point, I mean, he gone. Thank you, Chelsea, for taking him. I'm very happy that Chelsea made that investment. But I think the main thing about what you guys just said was just that why is it that we spend all this money, we invested in players this summer? It seems like the player system that Amorim wasn't playing. I feel like every push we made, like another coach like Carrick come in and get a better use of some of the fellas. Like I know we ain't Amorim fans here, but when I look at these signings, all these signings, like 90% of these signings we made under Amorim don't make sense for Amorim system for the most part.
This is what I keep explaining to him. The signings.
No. I mean,
replacements. It was replacement. We lost Højlund, we signed Sesko. We lost Rashford, we lost Sancho, which they signed players who could play on the wing. It wasn't Amorim signings. It didn't really. It was replacements for who they lost. I mean,
yeah, and we ain't gonna go back and argue if Amorim was. I think Amorim was over his head. I think Amorim.
For we to talk about him.
Amorim signing might have been Guy Carras with his shitty self.
That man sleeping in the bed.
So we can really trust what an Amorim signing would have been.
No, but what I'm saying, right? I don't understand this argument about that wasn't Amorim signings. Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko could fit in any system as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So then what I'm about them, there wasn't
we needed a midfielder. It was we needed a midfielder.
No. Hold on. You're telling me that the three attackers that we bring in were not Amorim type signings for his system.
Which players
out there was coming to play Amorim?
No, I am saying the club signed replacement.
They were upgrades. They were upgrades.
Well, right. They basically didn't make signings. They made replacements.
Semantics, bro. Semantics. Right?
I don't understand. Whether it be a replacement, whether it was a signing. And it was needed.
It was to replace who they lost. It wasn't like, okay, Chef, whenever you make a signing, either you have a player and you sign a player better than him or a player at the depth now. They got rid of a player, so they brought in.
So we're trying to say Amorim had nothing to do with that?
No, I'm not saying he didn't. I just said the club made replacements. As in, they lost.
So basically, what you saying?
That's what we tried to tell you. He literally signed the top scorers in the league because Amorim's football is he needs scoring number 10s.
Yeah.
Then the only argument to Amarin signing is yes, they should have, if you want to back him, then you should have gone out and gotten a center mid. But outside of that, I don't agree that the signings wasn't fitting for Amarin football because as Reem rightfully said, dog, that is 3 goal scorers. They don't have no kind of football that you don't need goal scorers.
No, but okay. When we signed Mbemo, we didn't need to sign Sesko again. Even Reem wants to say this. We didn't have to sign Sesko. And they went to sign Sesko. We need a midfielder. But it's because they lost Hoyland, they signed Sesko. Let me be real. That is what happened.
No. Christian, all right. Here what? I was trying to time there's a conversation for our next part, right?
All right.
So let me agree to disagree and move forward, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some comments on let me wrap it here. Just now, sorry. Right. Kurt's in here. Sorry, fellas. Predictive text. Chef is not any young boy talking about. Baleba, Wharton, and Anderson are all under 23s like Hackney. Hackney has been in Middlesbrough first team for 3 seasons now. Just saying he is a cheaper alternative to what we are going after, but we definitely need at least 3 midfielders now as Cassie leaving in the summer and Ugarte might be sold. All right. Evans saying here, fellas, do we keep the same 11 against Fulham or do we need to change Sesko and Maz to start?
I gotta keep the same 11.
Keep the same 11.
Yeah, I guess so. What are saying?
Even though deep down I want to sub Dalo and bring on Maz.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
I feel you go the
And I
same.
could it. And I honestly think Sesko's gonna get some playing time in that game.
Yeah,
No, but
definitely.
Fulham don't really sit back, so I don't think we should, like, Sesko would start. And our side are going to defend plenty and sit back. Sesko will be more appreciated than the, like, for strike than anybody else because of his height and stuff. But Fulham, let's play football. So I think we should play the same 11.
They don't risk on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go for the Makata, so yeah, same side.
Yeah. Jerome saying
The manager doesn't talk too much.
Yeah. Jerome saying Hackney is the cheap alternative to Anderson and them. Borough might get promoted, so we have to move for him early if we can't get Anderson. If we get Champions League, we can get Anderson. All right. Saying here 2 good midfielders minimum in the summer. Minimum 2 midfielders.
Minimum. Agreed.
Eric saying here, I trust Carrick. Carrick at the wheel. Trench coat collar up, let him cook. And Buwan Ahmad have been good all season. We start to drop when they went AFCON. When the Lit and Madi went out. Madi, who's Madi?
We talking about
Madi went out, the defense started to leak. And yes, Amarim deserves
Maguire,
some
maybe.
credit. We're too quick to take.
Maguire.
Madi's Maguire?
Yeah.
Well, Maguire was injured too, so maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe it's
He said, yeah, and yes, Amarim deserves some credit. We're too quick. All right, we're too quick to take it because we don't like him. All right, and Kirk is Maguire.
Listen. Give me 1 second on that.
Sure.
Because I didn't really comment on this. That one you all were going back and forth. For me, yeah, we had to give him some credit because he's the manager that come and decide, hey, I don't want these players. But I do agree that we can't give him all the credit because the board still has the final say. Because we have seen instances where a manager is not on a player, but the board say, okay, but you have to keep him and find a way to play him. And I think that's what Reem's saying. So it is a collaborative effort. Reem, you could correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you're correct. Correct. Yeah. Eric said here, it took Ten Hag. It took Amarim 35 games to get back-to-back wins.
Tom, stop riding. All your imps want to come and tell me about Amarim. Take that in, just Take that now. A man coach a friggin' side for 14 stinking months and get back-to-back games once. And all they want to tell me, he asked, didn't deserve to get fired? Look, I'm done with that. I don't want to hear nothing about Amarin again.
Oh, yeah.
I only sour my mood with that. Justify Amarin. That's 14 months, boy.
Yeah,
14 months.
It's a no way, man, could come and tell me no excuse for backing and this and backing and that for me to accept.
Just think about it in world football. What manager could keep him walk? And he only able to muster back-to-back games once now, boy. And that man deserves to stay. But he gets no credit from me, boy. Right out.
Yeah, nothing. But we can still get the comments are hearing, right?
Of
so
course.
Jerome saying here, Amarim, Bomot, Garnacho, and them too. Right? The board and Amarim work in tandem. If we can blame him for 14 months, the 14-month record, we have to credit him for the first half of the season. Can't blame him for the bad and discredit him for the good. All right. Kobe was on the verge of leaving more because of the contract situation rather than playing time under Amarim.
I don't agree with that.
Neither do I, but we ain't going on there.
Because I'm excited.
All right. Eric saying here, Kristen have a point in terms of the board were backing Amarim. The board, from reports, were willing to sell Kobe because Amarim said he was not a good fit. So Eric and all contradicting Jerome, right? Peter on the inside. Good night, Peter. Thanks for joining.
Peter, good night, brother.
All right. Jerome saying, I think we have to be careful about system and players. Players weren't bought for systems, really. There are no 3-4-3 players or 4-2-3-1 players. They are just players. Good ones can adapt to the systems. Bad ones cannot.
But I could say something.
Yeah, sure.
Let me stop talking, man. I said up here. Honestly, I heard that. Them Americans jump past them, man. Oh gosh.
I agree with my brethren 1000%.
All right, so let me see, right? Our start for the season. All right, yeah. So there's that Amarim comment. So we're jumping past this one. Thanks for the comment, Jerome.
Yeah, well, I kind of had enough for
Yeah, Kurt saying here, Christian Mbumo is a winger, not a striker, but he can play in the striker position. All right.
I'm not really, but okay. Go ahead.
All right, and finally,
just to that good point, what we need to understand in world football, it have things now as inverted strikers. So
inverted forwards, yeah.
Yeah, inverted forwards. So saying that he's a winger, he's not a winger.
He's not a winger, he's an inverted
He's not a winger. He's not a winger.
Yeah. Peter saying here, you can clearly see that we need Carrick. We needed Carrick, not someone new, but someone who we are accustomed to. Amarim was a hope appointment because of what he did in Portugal, but this club too big for him. He is not a Premier League coach, right? Jerome saying here, Kobe wanted to leave for playing time, but the club only considered selling him due to the contract demands. That's what's happening since early 2025, right? Men don't ignore the truth for the narrative. Men don't ignore the truth for the narrative. I could. All right. Thanks, man. So, guys, we want to wrap it, right? We really need to end back the pod on a little positive now, boy, because today was a good day and we was enjoying the pod, and then we started talking about Amarim earlier.
Yeah, I kind of, honestly, I did like the man thing. I was backing him because it's United. But we had to take a purge from that name right now.
Yeah.
Like we move on from that.
Yeah.
Finish this.
Men getting on like my girl that really like Amarim because he good looking and he had a little swag. Okay. I don't care about that. I care about what you do for my team. Yeah. Right out. So as Reliance said, we could take a purge from that name, boy.
Yeah. I mean, they gonna keep coming up. They gonna keep coming up. We can't get away from that. It's part of our recent history and history of our tendency to.
But winning that game like this today, we keep going back. Amarim.
So let me wrap it with man of the match now. Let me give man of the match Let me get the wrongs of managing match. Get some smile back on the faces.
I don't know. But
Here's the thing, eh?
Harry
I
Maguire.
like the fact that we actually had to think about this, because for a long while it's been Bruno Fernandes, Lamens. It was so easy to pick out a man of the match. I see the give Harriet. I can't find Slavic.
Harry did nothing wrong. All the aerial duels, everything he won. Tackles, the man was good today. Maguire was good. I would have given him 2.
He gets it, he gets it.
yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
He did get it.
Yeah,
yeah, that was it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Harry gets it, so I don't want to fight it.
Yeah, correct.
But the thing is, I honestly today I couldn't see who would I get a man of the match. Honestly,
Yeah, neither I.
and that's the problem we need to have.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, them is good problems. Them is good
Yeah.
problems.
There was good problems to have.
The show was very good too. Luke
Shaw
Shaw was
was
very
good.
Dogu was
Sure.
good.
So who was excellent. I was really impressed by Cassie and Mino.
Kobe real play too.
That Ahmad had a quiet game, but Ahmad had a quiet game, but sometimes the man, our players impact on a game already don't show up in the stats.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and Buemo had a good game. And Bruno wasn't Bruno ready today.
Bruno grew into the game.
Yeah, Bruno grew into the game. Lamens, my X Factor goalkeeper. Boy.
Just a catch alone.
Yes, boy. Just a catch and a lie down.
Just help
Without
it.
a fumble.
Yeah.
No, but knowing how Arsenal going to play, I was expecting like you need your best from Harry and you get it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
they
Without a
they
doubt.
was going to play that kind of long through and that corner and thing.
Yeah.
I actually learned how to talk because I'm trying to figure out who I could give it to, and I can't figure out who to give it
Nah,
to.
I'm cool. I honestly cool with giving it to Harry. I could give it a
I think Maguire could get it. Yeah. No fight up on that. You know.
I honestly find Harry's a better leader now than when he was a captain.
What Chef just say? That's what I was going to say.
All right. Peter saying his man in the match is Cunha. I guess that's for the goal, right? Jerome saying his man in the match is
Maggie.
Dogu or Maggie. Maguire.
Yeah.
You ready, Maguire?
He didn't make a typo and then he correct it after. So we are pulling Maggie.
Maggie?
No, he make a mistake.
That's almost as bad. That's almost as bad as what Curtis called Embuemo. Jesus.
He's saying Dallo for man of the match. We didn't notice him at all. Hey, yeah, there's an honorable mention.
That's actually a good. Well done, Jerome.
Yeah, there's an honorable mention. We hear you, so well done, buddy.
Yeah.
Good saying here, Dallo being Dallo. Yeah. The win, fellas, the win.
Imagine me giving a man of the match for being not as much a shit on than he normally does be. Jesus.
But what's that? Dallo have good, like he just make good runs and he had good ball control. But other than that, he passing off, he shooting off, everything off on us.
We need a right back to in the summer.
Bad.
Mav's here, man.
And we need our next.
Yeah, but we still need our next. Right back.
I mean, it could be based on priority and budget earlier, so we might be seeing Dallo and Mavs next season too, eh?
Yeah,
so,
and you got you.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that brings us to the end of the pod. You know, and I think you all got agree with me when I say thank you, Michael Carrick, for giving us another feel good week.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, Lord.
No out of timing messages, no fight down, just peace and quiet because the rivals can't say nothing, you know.
Exactly.
So thank you, Michael Carrick, you know. And with that, you know, thanks for the likes, the shares in the comment section, you know, the interaction. You know, we don't always agree on the beauty of fan opinion, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and once we keep it respectful, you know. So Lion, Chef, Kristen, Simeon, as always, fellas, we do appreciate having you all on the panel. So we have Fulham next, and I guess this game would the Arsenal game after the City, everybody wanted to see whether we could do it again. And the next test now is to see whether we could do it against a team that will give us a little more respect in terms of how they would set up. Now, while Fulham might be
playing good football right now too.
Yeah, and while Fulham is a playing team, they are still more likely to low block us and play on the counter than Arsenal or City. So I guess that's what everybody waiting to see now. The next hurdle is whether we could beat a team that, respect us so much that we got to try to break them down. And then again, I guess when we beat Fulham, well, we go hear what the next hurdle is, But that's how it is.
One game at a time.
One game at a time. That's how it is. And we want to as well hold the club, and the players accountable. 2 games again and change the last 14, 15 months, of nonsense. So guys, have a good night and see you all on the next one. Blessings.
Foreign base, stay safe.